Kids, leave the building. In a daycare. Meet Michael Duvall, TikTok blogger, former preschool teacher, and possibly the worst employee since the guy who microwaved fish in the break room. He called it a mistake. I call it Exhibit A. I shouldn't be doing this here! He wasn't just clocking in, he was clocking it for cash. This isn't just a scandal, it's a horror show. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, he dropped an apology video that's so unhinged, I thought it was satire.
What's up, girly? I just had two really sweet girls from a church come knock on my door, and they pretty much said, like, do you remember requesting to learn about the word of Jesus?
Boy, if you don't...
So who is Michael Duvall? Besides being a grown man with Hello Kitty merch and a caffeine addiction that could kill a horse, he's also a TikToker with over 800,000 followers. His content? Daily vlogs, aesthetic mornings, preschool teacher diaries. Basically, your standard rise and grind, but make it Dunkin' Diabetes Edition influencer. Bro, are you drinking sugar with a side of coffee? He posted videos showing his skincare, his outfits, and oh yeah, the inside of the preschool he worked at. Kids included, faces, arms, school logos, all of it, on main. Why do people find it hot when they find out I'm a teacher? Because nothing says safe learning environment like your teacher going viral for showing off your breakfast table before clocking out to film in the staff bathroom. I'm at work now. I wish that's all I was doing. Michael's biggest mistake wasn't just what he did in the bathroom. It's that he couldn't stop filming, even when the footage could put him on a registry. It's giving innocent little shy girl vibes. Let's get into the crimes, or as Michael might call it, content creation. Because yes, this man was actively filming and posting explicit adult content in the preschool bathroom. Not once, not accidentally, not oopsie, I dropped my phone. No, this was a business plan. Check the hard drives.
Hi.
He had a whole NSFW side account under the name GayPrettyBoy. Because when you're working with toddlers, clearly the best side hustle is thirst trapping for strangers in the same building. Imagine watching Paw Patrol in one room and filming Pornhub in the next. I hope your therapist is ready. Yeah! In multiple Reddit and Twitter posts, he brags about being a teacher. Says things like, I love working with kids in NSFW kink threads. Yeah! I'm not saying he broke the law. I'm saying the hard drives need to be checked. Immediately. He even admits he did it to make the content more exciting for viewers. His words, not mine. Bro was literally role-playing as a corrupt teacher for horny Redditors and getting paid for it. This isn't just a boundary crossed. This is a security breach. Your son, as soon as your wife leaves. What? And if you think that's bad, wait until you hear what he said in the apology. After getting exposed for filming adult content at work, you'd think Michael would take the hint and log off. But instead, he dropped what might be the worst apology video ever posted to the internet. And I've seen Trisha Paytas pretend to cry in a kitchen floor montage. So the bar is subterranean.
What's up, girly? I just had two...
What's up, girlies? Oh, just got caught filming a porno at work, about to fake cry through a ring light. How's your Monday?
I guess let's just start from the very beginning. And 2020 is when I made my own... And I wasn't very successful on it. And I was unemployed, and I didn't really post a whole lot. So I had it in 2020, used it for like probably not even a year, and then I dropped it. And so in 2021 about is when I met my ex-fiance, and we got engaged in 2022, and we also broke up in 2022. I would say that this whole story starts from when we were still together, and then it just kept, it was a lot of convincing. So then I started it again, and then it was a lot of convincing for the together. So it was a lot of convincing for the doing it with other people. When we broke up, that's what I focused a lot on, and it's embarrassing how hard I try-harded it. I used to do so many things that I just don't do anymore, like wear wigs, like dress in jerseys. I don't even say this word. I always, you know what I'm trying to say. People thought I was catering to them, and now with some of those Reddit groups I was in, I should not have been in. They were definitely like dad, son, trans girls. I got kicked out of a lot of groups for like not even fitting the criteria, and it was definitely weird. But when you're in sex work, I don't know. I was just too blinded by the money that was coming in. I know that's no.
The video is 10 minutes of deflection, manipulation, and absolutely zero accountability. He blames his ex, depression, Christianity, the economy, and at one point, his ex's swinger parents. Sir, you are not at church camp. You're at the gates of hell holding a selfie stick.
That redemption isn't reserved for the perfect. No, it's for the broken, the flawed, the ones who've fallen and dared to rise again.
He even tries to pull the Oscar Wilde quote redemption arc. Bro, that quote was about artistic criminals, not dudes filming adult content during nap time. Michael, I don't care if you were depressed. So is half of Twitter. You don't see them filming freaky bathroom films next to a box of goldfish crackers. It takes him 8 minutes to say the word sorry. By the time he finally apologizes, I aged 3 years, and the preschool had already been shut down.
I just wanted to tell you guys my story. I wanted to tell you the truth from my mouth because I know hearing it from rumors, it can sound a lot worse than it was. I promise you no kids were ever involved. What I did in that bathroom had nothing to do about the building I was in. I know I let a lot of people down, and the people I let down the most is mothers and people with kids and people who thought they could trust me and knew who I was. I just want to say I'm truly sorry. I never meant to make anyone question the type of person I was. I never meant to hurt anyone.
This wasn't an apology. It was a confession. A 10-minute self-report disguised as a redemption arc. And somehow, it keeps getting worse. So, what happened next? Well, the preschool shut down. Michael says it was a coincidence. I say preschool, park, trailer. He leaves. They disappear. The man has the opposite of the Midas touch.
Ended up moving, and like the second I moved, they shut down. And I don't remember if I told you this, but my old job shut down too, like last fall. My boss had texted me and just let me know like, hey, I'm working on myself. And I was like, you go, queen. But they literally shut down. So it's just crazy how like, I left my job, they shut down. I left the trailer park, it shut down. It's literally insane.
Bro's life has the plot of a cursed VHS tape. You quit and everything dies. But the internet wasn't done with him. Comments flooded in. TikToks exploded. People started full-on investigations. Subreddits popped up. Screenshots got archived. And the phrase "check the hard drives" became the unofficial slogan of this entire scandal. Everything you just said made me so uncomfortable. Building up a load at work.
Oh, hell no!
Even his ex had to come online just to say, no, I didn't force him to do porn in the daycare. That was all him.
Nope.
You know you've hit rock bottom when your ex has to go on Reddit and say, I didn't tell him to film in the preschool bathroom. That's not closure, that's crisis management. Nothing wrong with getting hard at work. Wink.
Oh my God.
But here's where it gets worse. A few people somehow defended him. Everyone makes mistakes. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. No, you don't need to be sinless to say don't film D in a preschool. D stands for dick to any kids who's watching this.
That's stupid. You're stupid. Stop being stupid.
Or maybe I'm just being rhetorical.
No!
This man didn't lose his career. He auctioned it off for $45 and a Snapchat request from some unhinged Reddit freak. And the cherry on top? He thinks this is a redemption story. Now, just when you thought this man might start taking things seriously, let me show you this exchange. I left a tip at the sheriff's department to check your phone. Not sure if it happened, but I wanted you to be aware. I alerted law enforcement to your potential crimes with love and sparkles. And how does Michael respond to a police tip? Let them check me. Bro treats a potential investigation like it's a Yelp review. You're being reported to the police and replying with emojis? Okay, you want to be unserious? Then we'll be unserious right back. Michael Duvall didn't just cross a line. He filmed content on the line, uploaded it, monetized it, and added whipped cream on top. Sorry, I had to explain that joke. He called it a mistake. I call it a mini-series, sponsored by bad decisions and zero shame. Oops, I slipped and fell into a multi-month monetized filming schedule in a children's facility. Happens to the best of us. He vlogged the kids, filmed next to their classrooms, bragged about it online, then posted a 10-minute woe is me video where he blamed everything except the moon's gravitational pull. This isn't cancel culture. This is don't film porn where children finger paint. If that's a controversial take to you, please step away from any public building and go reflect. You want forgiveness? Open a notes app and a Word doc for your lawyer.
Subscribe now, or I'll send you a "What's up, girlies" at 3 a.m. from a preschool bathroom mirror. Don't risk it.
I'm not bluffing.